Hello.
Hey.
So good to see you.
You too. And it's been a sunny day today.
It has been
We're
lovely.
such a British podcast mentioning
We
the
are.
weather. But, it's like the first sunny day of the year, isn't it?
Don't you feel like it's given you a new lease of life, though?
Without a doubt.
It's
Absolutely.
so lush. It's like summer out there, to be honest with you.
It was
and all the
16
flowers are in
degrees.
bloom.
I know, the daffodils are out. Honestly, I felt like I've actually got a bit of energy today because I felt so tired lately.
Yeah, getting that vitamin D, that's what it is.
Should we get started?
Let's do it.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
And I'm Hayley.
And we are your wedding planning experts.
Here to spill the tea on the inside of wedding planning and everything that goes with it.
Expect our honest opinions, the real juice on what happens on a wedding day,
With a few tips thrown in between.
and also just a chat between friends.
And of course, make sure you hit that subscribe button.
And let's get you wed.
So, as we like to start every podcast by saying, I just heard your cat.
She was saying hello.
Wow.
She was
Sounded like she was like, woo.
she was copying me.
That is so jokes. Woo.
Well done, Mitzi.
It's jokes. Well, as Mitzi would say, make sure you follow us.
Yes.
Reviewing, sending in your questions. We have had a real influx of questions at the moment and listener messages, which has been really, really nice. So you can send them to us on our email, which we will always put a link up on the description when you download the pod. But it's letsgetyouwedpodcast@gmail.com. So make sure you send them in or just
keep
DM
them
us.
coming.
Keep them coming.
Keep on coming, running.
I don't know the rest of the words, sorry.
No, me neither, and it's actually running.
Oh, is it running? I don't know. Oh,
Anyway, how are you?
Anyway, I'm good. Yeah, I'm very well, thank
Good.
you. I'm all right. I just got back from a holiday.
You did,
So,
yeah. I keep thinking it was. I just associate you with Cornwall.
I love
Cornwall.
Cornwall. I do love it.
But you're in the Lake District.
I was
not
in the Lake
Cornwall.
District,
Yeah.
yeah. Well, funny story. So,
Right.
it was meant to be the Lake District.
Right.
So, we were staying in just outside of Windermere.
Yes.
And then when we got there, so we didn't get to the Airbnb until about 5 o'clock because we could only check in after 4, but we'd been out all day.
Yeah.
And it was filthy. It was dirty.
No.
Yeah,
What?
first time this has happened. I mean, my standards of cleanliness are quite high, I will admit.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm willing to let a bit of dust go by the by, you know?
Yeah.
And I thought, well, it's a bit out of season, so maybe it's been left for a while. But it was Ming. I literally was cleaning mould out of the bathroom, like round the silicone, like in the shower tray. And I was like, and then in the plug hole in the sink. It was all like there was a fucking contact lens.
No.
Anyway, it got worse. So I'd started complaining to the guy on Airbnb. Obviously, you can like message. So I'd started like putting in, and I kept finding stuff. So I was like, just kept messaging.
Yeah.
Like we pulled back the bed. I was like, I'm gonna pull back the bed sheets. I was really scared, and there was like bits of dog hair, like people's hair, like pube.
God.
Yeah, gross. So it'd obviously not been cleaned properly.
Yeah,
So
no.
But to be fair, the guy was really good about it, as he should be. But
Sounds like they haven't even cleaned it. They haven't even been in.
So he explained that someone had apparently had late checkout. That but he's like, I think he manages different properties.
Right. Okay.
So he was like, the people that own the property had done a late checkout with this previous guest, which they hadn't run past him, and then they'd had a new company come in to clean. They've obviously not done it properly. I was like, right, okay. And he said to me, because we stayed at one of his properties before, not in the Yorkshire Dales, and he was like, oh, you can either spend a night there and go, I can get you that property because we knew it was nice, or he said, I've got this other place, this is really unique, bit different, like, and you can go there, you know, whatever. So I was like, or you can have full refund and go home. And I was like, well, we're not going home. So I said, it's like, night, but I'm not staying here because it's grim, so we'll go to this new place. And to be fair, it was amazing. It was so nice. It was bigger.
Where was that one?
So that was in Sedbergh. So it's in Yorkshire, so it's in the Yorkshire Dales.
So
it's not
quite
in the
far
lakes.
from the Lake District.
But it was an hour away from where we were
so you
meant
had to then
to
get
be.
in the car and
Yeah,
drive.
so we had to get in the car and drive an hour.
I hope he still refunded you.
Well, I've started like a
100%,
you know
an
what I mean,
Airbnb
like a claim.
campaign. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Because
you've also moved your whole trip. Imagine if you booked stuff and that.
Well, I
You've got
had, you see.
Oh.
That's what's so
So you're having
annoying.
to drive
the
an
next
hour
day,
there and
we had
back.
to drive an hour again because I
no.
booked some stuff to
Yeah,
do. So
definitely
yeah, we
put that
weren't happy about that, but at least we got a nicer place to
Yeah.
stay. That's all I can say about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just just to say to people, don't be afraid. I mean, it was dirty, so I was gonna complain, but don't be afraid to complain. You know, like obviously a lot of people book Airbnbs for like their accommodation for guests or for their like honeymoons or what. You know what I mean? And I just thought, you know, you gotta. It's always the fear, isn't it, with Airbnb? Is you just because it's kind of a private, like you're just a bit
funny one. But Airbnb are always very good. I've had to complain before, and they will
that's good to know.
We stayed somewhere in that was Portugal with my friends, and we were like broken into. The way it was handled was, and then there was another issue, and then we just went for Airbnb. We didn't even message the owner, and then they just automatically. I think they gave us like 50% back. It was a good amount.
That's pretty good.
But it's funny you say this because I was just away this weekend, our annual lodge trip in Norfolk. We actually went to a different place because the one that we usually go to wasn't on there anymore.
Oh no!
And we had the same issue. Not very clean. Wasn't bad enough to say anything.
Yeah,
so,
but, you know,
but
you
it was
just
like
notice it.
Yeah, like dust, like you were saying, dust, like but it had been booked out before because it was like full for some of the weekends. And like the kitchen cabinets, there was like splashes up them, and under my bed there was like all dust, and then an old receipt that was from last weekend. So they've not cleaned under the bed, which was quite a high bed to sweep under. The sheets and stuff were all cleaned, that was all right. But like mold in the bathroom, stuff like that. But we just left it. We were like, whatever. And then when we then left, I then messaged him and said, like, just to let you know, because I'm assuming you use a cleaning company, but they'd done a terrible job basically. So yeah, it's annoying though, isn't it?
I hate it. I've got a real, I'm not OCD, but it makes me extremely uncomfortable if someone's dirty.
Yeah, if it's not nice. Same.
You know what I mean? It makes my skin crawl. I'm like,
especially like dead bed sheets. Like I think a lot of these cleaning companies do just go in and I think like with our situation was they'd just been in, changed the bed sheets, that was it, and then maybe had a quick hoover around, and that was it. But they haven't gone in depth.
Is it?
No, it's not.
Because you pay a cleaning fee on Airbnb.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So anyway, but that was really nice. Other than that, obviously, the holiday was lovely.
Good. I saw your pictures; they look lovely.
Yeah, I tried to stay off of socials, but you just the pull towards Instagram. I just can't help myself. I'm not gonna lie.
Pop up the old picture, haven't you?
Yeah, you got. I'm just like, hi, I'm having a nice time, still alive. But yeah, so doing that, and then also final meetings with couples that I've got for April weddings coming up. So I've got a wedding on the 2nd. Yeah, very spring. So that's going to be coming around very quick now. And actually, it was kind of a last minute booking.
Isn't it just?
So I'm just going through all of the bits and pieces for them, and yeah, but it's all very spring vibes, which is very nice. So blues and pale yellows and pastels and what you know the kind of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's been my week really. That's me in a nutshell.
Nice.
But how's your week been other than your holiday?
Went away for a couple of days, long weekend with the gals, but really really busy. So I had last week literally the night before I went away, I was down just outside London, like North London, at a caterer with one of my couples. They had like a pre-tasting meeting, so we were basically going through. They basically didn't have a clue what they wanted, so they were like, okay, let's go through some options, and we've floated loads of really good ideas, which is good, ready for their tasting in a couple of weeks.
Is this the company where they couldn't do it over Zoom, you had to go in
that's
person,
it,
right?
which actually it was quite good. I mean, I don't know over Zoom.
Could have done it. That is so annoying though.
Yeah, but no, it was fine. And I got a really banging salad from M&S to eat on the drive back.
Do you know what? I really rate an M&S salad.
Oh, same. They're
so
good.
So
Although
good.
I went in there the other day. So then I had a mental day 2 days ago. So I was like, I'm going to go to M&S, get that salad again. Got some sushi and a muffin. Cost me £16.
Oh my God.
But you don't mind because it's so good. The food's so good. Like,
rip me off. This is what happens when I'm freelancing in Windsor, because I try and pack my own lunch, but sometimes I don't. And then I end up going out to and theirs is a Waitrose or an M&S, so you're gonna just be spending your wages on
basically
that, you know what I mean?
It's not even worth working. Yeah, so we did that. That was really good. And then, so I had so I literally came back, and then the next day I did like a 13-hour day. So I left my house at like 9:30 in the morning, had a venue viewing at Scion Park. Do you know it?
Oh, yeah. I've worked there a couple of times.
When I was there, I was like, it can't be that far from you. It must be like, 45 minutes an hour?
Oh, no. It's about an hour and 20.
Is it?
Yeah.
So it took me 2 hours.
Yeah, it's an hour and 20 because of the London traffic, like getting there.
Yeah, but you're not really in London. Well,
no,
I
I know what you mean.
On the day.
When I've gone there, it's always taken me about an hour and 20.
Oh, okay.
I think I may have done it in an hour once, and that was because it was like early hours of the morning.
Right.
I was doing like a pick.
Yeah, I reckon if you went like I left at 10, so it took me 2 hours. That's fine. But so nice there. Like I was like, I thought of you when I was there. I was like, you would love it here because you can go in like it's all free. Go in the gardens.
So nice.
There's a whole garden centre, a whole like food bit, a whole farm shop. There's loads of stuff.
Did you go in the greenhouses and stuff?
Yeah, so obviously I was going there for a wedding venue viewing.
Yeah.
So looked around it all as a wedding venue.
Lovely,
Incredible.
It reminds me of like a smaller Kew Gardens.
Yeah. Kew Gardens literally over the river, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're looking for like that London location, but you do not feel like you're in London, there's so much green.
Yeah.
It's absolutely stunning, and they've actually changed quite a lot of the stipulations that you have to abide by lately. So it's a lot more flexible.
Oh, nice.
Definitely worth a look. So I was there, and then I bolted it down to Portsmouth to see one of my couples. That's where one of my couples lives. So went to see them, had a little catch up because that was like then another hour and a half. So it wasn't too bad. And then obviously stopped for my M&S salad midway. And then
girls gotta eat.
Yeah. And then me and my couple then went to their menu tasting, which was about half an hour from their house. So we went and did a menu tasting at Caper and Berry, which is one of my favourite caterers. It's so freaking good. The food is just, oh my God, insane. Everything they bring out, you're just like,
wow.
Even like the bread is amazing. Like everything's just like, my mouth's just drooling even thinking about it. And they were really stuck. They were like, we want tiramisu for dessert, but we don't know how. We don't know if we want it in the tower, if we want it in little pots being handed out, if we want it in like little shoe buns. That's the thing that came Brody. Anyway, they just did loads of different options for like how this could be set. So we had like all these different tiramisus.
That is like the dream.
Good.
That is an absolute dream.
But I think we're definitely I said to them, I was like, look guys, about this tower. You liked this when you first got engaged, which was like, over a year ago now. It's getting a bit overdone now.
It's been done. Yeah.
I
know.
And they were like, yeah, we agree actually. Yeah, we're seeing that a lot. So that was good. So I've been out and about a lot.
You've been travelling. You've been all over.
Been all over the place. And then I've got a wedding fair on Saturday. So getting ready for that. I've been at Kelmarsh this afternoon having a meeting with them.
So that's Kelmarsh is where my wedding is beginning of. Well, it's actually they're not having their wedding there. They're getting married, having a smaller ceremony, and then they're having like a party. So it's wedding. It is a wedding, but it's more of like an event.
Yeah, they're having their ceremony there and then going elsewhere. Yeah, nice. Just been here, there, and all over the place. I was actually supposed to be in London on Wednesday. I was invited to a wedding planner's dinner at the Shard.
Oh, okay.
And it was like black tie dinner, and I was so buzzing for it. I actually only got invited. I was definitely like a last minute pity invite. They invited me like Friday last week, and I was like, yes, I'll come.
Of course, I'm free.
It was like I got invited on like the 26th of Feb, but it was like, please RSVP by the 20th of Feb. So it was like they obviously didn't have enough people, or someone had dropped out to invite me. But in the end, I ended up dropping out because I had so many meetings to fit in, and I had to. I had a site visit in the morning. That's another. I went also into a site visit, a wedding we're doing together this year. So I had to go and meet the caterer there, and then I would have had to then buzz back, and I just couldn't make the timings work. And I was like, I'm really sorry, I can't make it. And I'm so glad that I did, because we were talking about this last time about prioritizing yourself.
Yeah.
I'd already had, so that night when I did all the tasting and down to Portsmouth and stuff, didn't get home till 11 p.m. So I'd done like a 14-hour day. And I was absolutely knackered. And I was like, I couldn't think anything worse right now than going and networking with people.
Yeah, because that's the thing. And also, you have to be careful when you're driving.
I know, right?
That, and you're tired because it gets a bit dodgy.
Yeah.
But especially when you're networking, because you're trying to sell yourself a bit, aren't you?
Right?
Do you know what I mean? And like mingle. And if you're not
Socially
feeling on your game, it's just like...
I was not on my game this week. I think today's really helped with it being sunnier. But I was also really gutted because then you see it on Instagram and I was like, it did look really freaking awesome and like going to the Shard. But yeah, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And
that's just reminded me. Have you watched the programme about Gordon Ramsay?
Yes, and I really want to go
there so bad.
I know.
What's it called? I can't remember. 22 something.
Yeah, I was looking at it earlier actually, but it's got like Lucky Cat there and the Bread Kitchen.
Yeah,
but the Bread Kitchen's still not open, you know.
No, I saw that.
Yeah, so I don't know because even on the series, it's like it's got to be delayed, but only for like a couple of months. But it's still not open, so I don't know.
So who knows?
It looks so good. 22 Bishopsgate.
Yes.
Yeah, so that building, it is insane. Like the views.
Incredible. They wanted it to be, because I actually ended up looking it up while I was watching it, and it's supposed to be like basically a vertical city. So they wanted everything in there. So you've got like gym, work, social, like meeting rooms, and you've got obviously restaurants. There's loads of stuff. It's really cool. Yoga stuff, well-being.
So good. But I saw they had their private dining room, which actually I thought would be quite good if you're like really into food. For like a kind of different hen do or stag do experience, or if you wanted like the whole get married at the town hall, so you do your legals and then go somewhere like that for just your dinner. So it's a really nice special day, but then you have your wedding day like a couple of weeks later.
Yes, that would be lush, I think. Have you ever done a chef's table?
No, I haven't.
I've done it once.
I don't think so. Anyway, I've done like tasting menus. And stuff. Yeah.
But I think if you want, like you say, like if it was your wedding,
something
like
special,
I think it's worth every penny because it's like an experience that you would not regret for sure, especially if you're into your food. So this week is our Newsy Bits episode. So stuff that we have seen online to do with weddings this week or this last couple of weeks, as it would be.
Yes.
So the one I keep seeing at the moment, which is popping up all over the place, is about Tom Holland and Zendaya.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie,
married.
I keep seeing it. Yeah, but I haven't really read into what's going on with this. You tell me all about it.
Yeah, so I think there was a big thing because they got engaged in secret, and then it was like all hints and stuff on the red carpet at the Met Galas, and like, I don't know where it was exactly, but and now they've gone to another red carpet event. It's probably like I think it was like this. Is it the SAG Awards? You know, the acting guild. I don't really know. Anyway, something like that.
Yeah, the SAG.
SAG.
I know, the actor awards. I don't know if it is. Maybe
that's
it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
And she was wearing a wedding ring, and then I think their stylist or something has like been like, they got married in secret. But then he's like posted like a photo of them with wedding rings and stuff on Instagram, and there's been a few pictures floating around. But I do think it's a shame when celebrities get married in secret, because you kind of miss out on that, like, and then they don't share the photo. So like whether they'll share them or not, I'm not sure, but I just feel like for trends and stuff, for us, like for couples and like for what
I kind of agree and I kind of don't, because I also think that celebs shouldn't be made to feel like they owe us anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like, like relationships and stuff, and everyone's like, oh, we need to know. And it's like, but do you? And I think something like a wedding is so like personal that actually, I think if I was famous, I'd kind of want to keep it a little bit out. Because for them, they're just going to get judged and comments. But then also, do you think that, are they actually married, or is this all just for click? Would you just wear a wedding ring for a bit of, I don't know, are they the kind of people that need a little bit of, maybe they've been a bit quiet lately.
Could do an
extra job or two, you know? So
maybe. But I know it had been because they've been engaged, I think, for a couple of years. Right. So I think it was kind of like, well, when will they get married? But I know what you're saying, that they shouldn't have to. They don't owe us anything. They shouldn't have to do it publicly. Yeah. I just think sometimes, especially like, I would be sad, I think, if someone like Taylor Swift did it in secret. Because I would actually
be sad about that.
I do feel.
I don't really know who them Zendaya and I don't really know anything about them. Whereas Taylor,
yeah. So I don't know. I just feel like, because obviously we spoke about it was Davina, wasn't it? Got married in secret.
Yes, she did.
Who else did lately? I feel like somebody else did. Oh, I don't know. I think it was like a racing driver or something like that.
Yeah.
But I'm like, is this the new thing? Are they all going to be doing it?
Maybe.
So
Maybe.
we'll see, I suppose. We'll see what Taylor Swift does. But
Yeah, I mean, there's also been a news report about Selena Gomez's wedding. There's been a report that she's been sharing like never seen before photos to like her secret. You know, you can share on your stories, but only to certain people.
like close friends.
They've all come out, but I don't know how because.
Oh my God, is this going to be like that Wagger for Christie thing?
That would be so good.
Oh,
that would be so good. But
wouldn't it?
yeah. So it's obviously a not so secret friendship.
Not so
but yeah,
secret,
people trying to be secretive nowadays. But also it shows that it's kind of impossible because there's obviously people that are always going to be willing to.
I mean, have you ever done a wedding where it's been like a secret, like we're getting married in a secret?
I've never had to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, I know quite a few planners that have worked with NDAs before.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like her in like outfits for like pre-wedding outfits and all sorts. Like these photos are like pretty good. Hen party, like all sorts. But how someone's like
got those.
Well, she must have someone in there that is willing to, like you were saying, Wagger for Christie.
Yeah, Wagger for Christie.
There you go.
Jokes. Oh dear, that's funny. And then the other thing as well was the Bad Bunny obviously did this halftime show at the Super Bowl, and there was a real wedding on stage, and I feel like it would be wrong of us not to talk about it because it was actually really super cute.
Yes.
Cool. Imagine that was you, and they were. It was a real wedding, and they were a real couple.
Yeah.
And he was a witness and signed the paperwork.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot about it. I've seen a lot of people talking about it in just the Super Bowl in general.
Though. That would be amazing.
I know.
I wonder how they ended up getting that gig. Like,
yeah.
I think they were, like,
where do you
models or
even
something.
write into to say like, can we get married?
Hi,
like,
we're both really good looking and we want to get married.
Yeah.
And include us in your halftime show.
Yeah, and like I wonder how much did it cost them money? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good
should
point.
it be a big fee? Or do you think it's a Super Bowl just doing stuff like that to like get a bit more?
I think so. I bet he paid for it. He must have paid for it. Do you know what I mean? Like in part of the show paid for it if there was anything, or they just said don't worry about it because it's gonna obviously
it's gonna blow up.
A lot of online chatter or whatever. So
I mean, the Super Bowl would anyway, I suppose.
Well,
but that's quite a big thing, isn't it? Like people getting engaged and stuff in the Super Bowl, isn't it? They do like the big screen thing and stuff. Yeah,
and there was a few engagements this year at the Winter Olympics as well. I kept seeing it. Yeah, there was one. The one that I saw most about was the USA skier. So she's like the down. It's all downhill, isn't it? The alpine ski. I can't remember what you call it now. The G something.
Off-piste?
Don't know. Oh, Super G,
right?
Which is a really cool name, I think, for something. But I mean, But she got engaged after she'd done her event, and she won gold as well, which was so cool.
Did you also see there about the guy that basically cheats? I still don't understand that or the thought process.
What was going through?
Do you reckon he actually had told her beforehand? Surely you wouldn't just come out. Or, because in my head, I was like, maybe he cheated on her. Then he told her. She's really angry at him. So to make it up to her, he's then done this, like, you know, like he's watched too many girl films where they go on stage and say, you know, oh my God, I'm the worst person in my life. But apparently she didn't know about it. But I'm like, really?
Really?
Yeah.
Again, it's like, are they just doing it for the online... do you know what I mean?
Yeah, or people just saying she didn't know, but they don't actually know them. But she did know, and that was just his way of getting her back.
It does seem weird that if she didn't know, then...
Yeah, why would you just say... Yeah, very weird. Anyway.
Yeah, very, very strange. But yeah, so that was quite cute, and I think they had used some Taylor Swift lyrics as well during the engagement. Little note, which is quite sweet, isn't it?
Nice.
And a bit cringe, but...
Yeah, there you go.
Very nice. Very nice.
There you go.
Another thing I've seen this week, which I thought was really cool, was a different take on a guest book, and it was basically a great big. If you imagine like a picture frame that it is made of wedding cake, obviously like on the table, but it was a huge like rectangle with a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
All iced cake, and then like a 1-tier thing. Yeah. And then inside it was like loads of like piping bags in different shades of green. So it was like the colours. Yeah, it was like the colours of their wedding, and then people were signing their, like, basically like a guest book.
Yeah.
which I thought was cool. But then at the same time, it's like, well, you're
It's
not
just
going to
gonna
keep
get
it because
eaten.
you're going to get eaten.
Yeah, so what's the point? I actually read a lot of comments on this. I have
Yeah.
seen this, and a lot of people were like, "What?" Because also, have you ever tried to pipe?
It's
Like,
really
it's
hard.
really freaking hard. How you write
really
words?
hard.
Like, no, and it's
Oh.
messy, and the colours in it, and a lot of people were very like, I mean,
I'm all for the different ideas for the guest books.
Yeah,
but
sometimes
I do
they go
feel
too
like this
far.
one's got
this
too
is one
far.
of them.
It's just flawed. Think of this when it's all over your hands and you're covered in green icing and you're sticky and there's wasps because it's summer.
Yeah, that ain't fun.
It's not good.
That is so not fun.
Not good at all.
No.
And then lastly, I've seen I know Bridgerton's kind of I want to say it's been a bit done, hasn't it, over the last couple of years? But
I suppose it's always new. It's always fresh because a new series, isn't it?
Series. But there's this. I found this designer called Desi, and they have just released their spring bridesmaids collection, which I thought was very. It's got a lot of floral prints on the dresses, but they are honestly some of the most stunning bridesmaids dresses I think I've seen.
Really?
And the colours are like true, like I would say, like proper fresh spring pastels, like which I've found has been really popular this year.
Yeah.
And probably next year as well. But I just thought it was really cool. They had these like floral printed gowns and all sorts of, obviously it'd be like you could get that pattern in loads of different styles.
Yeah, nice.
But they're really nice, and I think so. They've released the spring collection, and then like bridal stores will but then like stock it, but you can buy directly from the website as well. So, but I just thought I'd bring that up because I just think sometimes it's a little bit same old the bridesmaid game, you know. Mm-hmm. And this was pretty nice. So
what kind of price are we looking at here?
I think they range from sort of like 110 to kind of 250 a dress.
Oh, okay. So like not horrific. It's pretty much what the going rate is nowadays, isn't it?
Which is the style, and for the style and the different sort of selection that you get, I think is worth it.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, that was just one to look out for.
Just talking of secret weddings as well, have you heard about the Formula One guy as well?
Yeah,
Charles Leclerc.
That's it. That's,
the
I said to you, there's been another one. It's a racing driver.
Oh, there you go.
That's who I meant. Yes,
there
Charles
you go.
Leclerc. Yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
So again, it's kind of rumoured. They're supposed to be having like a big wedding next year, but it's been rumoured they've seen in a vintage Ferrari on like a picturesque road. She's wearing a white dress, got flowers in her hand. He's in a suit. But nothing has been confirmed. They got engaged, I think, last year. Yeah, so they only got engaged in November. So and they're due to have a big wedding next year, but I'm wondering if maybe they just got the legal part done.
Yeah,
they've actually been together since 2023. It's not that long, is it?
Yeah, it's not long.
But
be a super short engagement if they got engaged in November and then they're married by March.
But I'm wondering, is there like a... And I do get this with my couples, right? They've been together for a while. They've talked about they're going to get married and stuff, but then they have to for like visas or something like that.
Oh, okay.
And then they have the big wedding like later down the line. Yeah. So I don't know.
So like get the legal bits done.
Yeah, I mean the Grand Prix starting in the next couple of days, isn't it?
This is the thing.
Is there
something if their work schedules?
Yeah. Work schedules. Yeah, maybe they just needed to get the legal part done.
Maybe they were just doing like a wedding photo shoot for some, like some people do that, don't they? They have like a photo shoot before their wedding, then they'll send out like, I don't know, invites or something.
Or maybe Ferrari's hired them to do some sort of marketing for them.
Maybe.
So another secret wedding. So you're right. Maybe it's the year of the secret wedding. Maybe this is going to become a thing. Guys, if you are planning a secret wedding, write in and let us know. We will keep you anonymous.
We will keep you anonymous.
We want to hear all about
it. Secret.
Yeah.
Should we go on to listeners' questions?
Yeah, let's do it.
So we had a listener write in recently and we spoke about the decor, and this is a follow-up basically.
We love a follow-up.
We do. So they say, so they've contacted a supplier who arranged a consultation call. On the day, I asked them if they needed to send me a Skype or Teams link, and they responded by saying they'd had an accident and were unable to do the call, but would be in touch at the end of next week. I didn't hear anything, so I contacted them again to ask if they were well and if we could book in a call. It's been a week since then and I've heard nothing. Do I keep chasing, as obviously accidents happen and I know that can be super stressful for a supplier, or do I look elsewhere? I've also got a lot of my own personal issues at the moment. and have been in hospital a lot with a family member, and my family have had 4 griefs recently. So I'm trying to plan a wedding, and it has been really difficult. Thank you again, loving the pod.
Oh, good.
And then we have a follow-up to that as well. So, a second follow-up. So it says, I'm in a bit of a pickle. The decor lady responded, but I'm genuinely finding wedding planning really hard at the moment, as I'm massively struggling to imagine my wedding without those people there, and I can't even talk about it without getting upset. What would you suggest I do? As I previously said, I've had 4 griefs recently and also caring for a very sick family member.
I'm assuming she means like bereavements.
Yeah.
Let's say 4 people have passed away.
Yeah.
Oh, that's really hard. I mean,
yeah, sad, isn't it?
First off, on the supplier thing, I would say,
yeah, definitely look for somebody else,
Yeah,
because you shouldn't be chasing them up. Like, I know stuff happens, but
yeah, but
I wouldn't just
it's not
like
very professional, is it? You know,
No.
it's not good, is it? You shouldn't have to chase them up.
No,
basically.
exactly.
and they've had an accident. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just completely assuming here that that's a car accident. I might be completely wrong. But if they can, you know, they're obviously alive and well for them to have messaged to say they can't make the call. So they're alive and well to at least respond to you or I mean, it depends how long it's been. If you're talking 24 hours here, then no, give them a bit of time. If we're talking like
a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Sorry, I think they did say, didn't they?
I think it's been a week. It's been a week. Yeah.
Yeah, so, I don't... Unless they come back, like, really apologetic, personally, I'd look for someone else.
Yeah, I think so, because you shouldn't, like you say, you shouldn't have to chase it up, because at the end of the day, they could, they could just say to you, sorry, but we'll have to leave it for now. And then at least you can then go off and continue with your search.
I think it depends when your wedding is as well. If it's like this year, then you need to get on it. If it's like next year, then you could probably leave it a little bit,
Yeah.
So
But on the grief thing, I mean, it's a really
difficult one.
It?
Yeah.
And I feel like we've spoke before about how weddings can bring out like sadness. It's a happy occasion. If you've got losses or you've had losses, often it's something that feels heightened around a wedding.
Yeah.
And I think that can be really difficult to deal with. But I think that's what makes your bridal party or your family, your close family around you, so important at that time. Like, tell your friends how you're feeling. Tell your bridesmaids how you're feeling. So that they can support you. Because I think that's the whole point of having your tribe or whatever, you know what I mean, towards your wedding. That's what they're there for. But definitely talking about it is going to make it easier. I know she's obviously said she can't talk about it without getting upset, and I think that's just a case of it being so raw, maybe. But
and I do also think, like, I mean, it's such a cliche saying, but time is a healer. Maybe by the time you get, like, at the minute it could be quite fresh, and then by the time you actually get to the wedding it could have kind of settled down a bit. And also people do need, like, again, another cliche saying, like, the light in the darkness. But when like it's all this bad stuff's happened, your wedding could be the positive and something that brings everyone together and goes, do you know what, we're alive and let's live. Life's too short. And I think, sadly, when you have like bereavements and things and unwell family members, or it can kind of makes you realize, sadly it makes you realize what's important. And 100%. I think it's all the more reason to celebrate love and happiness and make happiness where you can. I don't think there's anything you should never feel guilty for. Yeah, and I wonder if maybe there is a touch of that because you feel bad. Is there a touch of guilt because everyone's kind of down and upset and you're then stressing about your wedding? But you can't feel bad for that. I do think maybe, I mean, obviously we're not medically trained, but maybe go and have a chat with your doctor, have a chat with a therapist, maybe if you've got the financial means to do that. That might really help, and they might be able to give a bit more like medical expert advice, obviously, that we can't give. But in terms of I would say crack on with it. I think don't feel guilty. I think think of this as something that's really nice. We've done an episode before about like how to bring, I don't know what number it would have been. I'm sure Hattie can have a look back and link it in the description. But we did one on like how to bring in people that have passed away and what you can do to celebrate them at the wedding. But again, if it's going to be really fresh, I think we said this in that episode.
Well, yeah,
I would
avoid.
I'd
Yeah.
avoid. Yeah, if you're getting married like this summer, might be too fresh, and then you're just going to make people.
It's an emotional date anyway, isn't it? So that's what I mean. Everything's heightened. So
exactly.
Probably, yeah. But definitely, a problem shared is a problem halved, as far as I'm concerned.
That helps. And I think you're so right about leaning on the people that are close to you, speaking out, talking. God, I'm coming out with some cliches right now.
Love it. I just did one as well.
Oh, like talking is like the best form of therapy, isn't it?
Yeah,
just sitting
for
there
sure.
and getting it out and having a chat with people and talking about how you're feeling. I mean, there's probably some really good like bereavement groups and stuff as well, and things like that. Or maybe like if you're on a kind of like wedding planning Facebook groups, maybe mention on there and see if somebody else is in the same boat. And I think sometimes
there will be other
that
people.
can really help. Yeah, if you haven't got anyone close to you that you feel like you can talk to at the moment. But yeah, I think keep planning and try and see this as a light. Find a new decor company that's going to be really good and do a really good call with you and really get you, and that will make you feel
get
excited
you nice
again.
And excited and bring that back. And maybe just do something. I don't know, do something fun with your partner. Like I don't know, like have
got your menu tasting coming up, or something.
like something like that, or go back to where you got engaged and like do something like that and have a picnic
venue.
or do something.
Do a little venue visit
just to kind of make yourself feel a bit more positive about it all. But hope that helps anyway.
Me too. Yeah.
Oh, and if you just to add in there as well, if you haven't got a mood board yet to show a potential decor company, do something like that. They're always fun to do.
I love doing a mood board. It's one of my favourite things I do.
Okay, next up we've got, hi both, I listen to your podcast every week and love it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I've learned so much and it is fun to listen to, so thank you. Do you know what? I love it when people say that line, because that was, when we sat down and talked about doing our podcast, that was always our goal. Wasn't it?
To like be fun and light-hearted.
Yeah, and feel like you're learning, but you're also having, you're also enjoying listening.
Having a jolly old time.
Having a jolly old time. Because we said there's so many wedding podcasts out there that are like information overload, and we never wanted to be that, did we?
No,
we wanted to be really honest, transparent. So thank you for that. Really appreciate that. I'm beginning to plan my own wedding, but keep changing my mind between doing an abroad wedding in Tuscany or a UK wedding. What advice would you give to people planning an abroad wedding that perhaps is different to planning a UK wedding? I'm also not sure what a normal budget is for an abroad wedding. Is there one? The UK wedding I've drafted costs around $28,000, but been looking on Ionian weddings for a Tuscany wedding, and it comes in at around $20,000. Have you worked with any Ionian weddings or know anyone that has? Thank you so much. So from me, I am a UK only wedding planner. I've never worked on destination wedding. I have no inclination to work on destination wedding. So I can't comment on the budget, but I can give you a few tips here. Firstly, if you're going to do a wedding in Tuscany, make sure you have a Tuscany-based wedding planner. Or someone,
a really good point.
Like I know a really great wedding planner. I don't know, she wouldn't work with this kind of, but just being really transparent, she probably wouldn't work with this kind of budget. But she is Italian and she now lives in the UK, so she knows Italy, because you need someone that speaks the language, and you need
the eyes and the ears on the ground there, right? You need them to know.
You do.
Stuff.
And look, this is just my personal opinion. I know some incredible wedding planners that do weddings in destination, and they are British and they don't speak the language, and they do a great job. But just me personally, I just think I would want someone there that understands the culture and understands the language. So that's really important. And obviously you need to also bear in mind that you are a lower budget, like again, just being completely transparent. So you probably won't want, like, a full planned service is going to cost you $20,000 just to get someone to plan that. So I would find a venue that maybe offers some sort of has a venue coordinator that can help you, or maybe has because a lot of these venues now have weddings packages for British people that are coming over. It might already include your cake and your band and whatever. So I definitely look at that, or getting some advice, even just to do a one-on-one session with a wedding planner in Italy, just pay for a power hour or something to really get an understanding of it. Now, what I would say on budgets is, for a wedding abroad, again, I've never planned them, but you need to take into consideration, I hear so many people say this, the wedding's going to be cheaper. Okay, so overall, yes, the wedding is probably going to be cheaper because you're going to have less guests that fly over to Italy for your wedding, than you would have in England. So it's going to bring the price down. But when you start adding in, and a lot of people miss this from their budget, is your flights, your accommodation. You're going to want to do more than a one-day event because people are flying all the way over there. They're going to expect you to do. You're going to expect you to do more than one day. All your guests are going to have to pay to get over there. They're going to have to pay for accommodation. So when you actually take all those things into account, I can't imagine that, especially in Tuscany, because the Tuscan weddings are now so freaking popular.
Yeah, see, this is why I was so surprised that it was like less than a UK wedding.
But I wonder if that's because the guest number will be lower. Maybe that's why. But also, I've heard through the grapevine from a lot of wedding planners that do weddings abroad, is a lot of things are missing in costs because we don't understand their culture. So the way that they're talking about things, it doesn't always include everything that we might necessarily include in a package. And that's why I think doing a power call with a planner, pay the €100, €200, whatever they're charging for an hour, and just go through your budget and what you think it's going to cost for a Tuscany wedding. I do think there's going to probably be things that crop up. Things like tips are very much expected over there. And also, you need to think about the exchange rate as well. Now again,
so true. There's so many elements to a abroad wedding.
There is. There's a lot of things to think about. You're going to have to fly over there a couple of times to do menu tasting, site visits, things like that. So that you need to take into account. But a lot of people forget about the conversion rate. Now again, I don't do destination weddings, so I don't know. But all I know is that any of my American couples at the minute that are getting married in the UK are getting a really bad rate. So it's costing them a lot more to get married in the UK than it might have done a couple of years ago, right? So I don't know how it works with the euro, but again, like transferring money, like weddings cost there a lot of money, so you think when you go abroad, if you use your bank card and it charges you like a fee when you use the wrong I've done that, I've used the wrong bank card and you're like, now I've got to pay the exchange rate and whatever. When you're spending thousands, that makes a big difference. You know,
it does.
Currency conversion makes a big difference. So if you're being quoted €20,000, I actually think that is less in pounds, but I don't know. Like I say, I don't know because I don't plan them, but it's something to think about. I actually think in the long run.
That's so helpful. I think that's so helpful though, because I feel like there's all things that I would,
you just wouldn't think about it. No.
I feel like this is,
and there's probably more to it, but I just don't plan destination weddings. So I don't know.
You need to be working with somebody who is there,
who knows
the area, who can tell you these things, because you're going to get shafted, basically.
Yeah, and like, say you rang me, right? Say you booked a power hour with me and was like, I've got X amount of money to plan a wedding in the UK. Is it viable? I would be so honest and be like, no, you need X amount of money. Yeah. So I'm sure someone in Tuscany would do the same.
Yeah, well, they should do.
Yeah, like if you're paying them for like their time or whatever. The other thing I was thinking about this, because I did read this before we came on, right? And I was thinking it through, and I do think, because we see this a lot, right? Do I go abroad? Do I go to the UK? What am I doing? I sometimes think you have to, in this situation, put the money aside and not think, okay, what is going to cost me less? It's what do you want to do? Yeah, because that's two very different weddings. British wedding, Italian wedding. You got to have your heart set on one. Like, they're very, very, very different.
Super different. Yeah. So
different culture, different food. The temperature's different. It's going to be sweltering hot.
I actually think it's quite brave for people like from the UK to go and have an abroad wedding, because I couldn't do it.
No.
The anxiety, I just couldn't. I'd need to know. I would want to visit everything and see everything and have access to it. And I feel like that would be a barrier for me that I personally couldn't get over. And I feel like that's quite a big thing.
Completely
with an abroad
agree.
Wedding.
And hence why I would never want to plan one, because I want to be able to, if the venue's not replying to me, I can go turn up at their door. Like,
hello,
you know, I want to be able to speak. I once freelanced for a planner in Greece, right? So she flew me over there to assist her.
That's cool.
And the amount of times that the suppliers were pretending they couldn't speak English because they didn't want to answer her question. Like, that put me off for life. I was like, absolutely not. There was so many things going wrong, and she couldn't manage it because as soon as they didn't like what she said, they were like, don't understand you. So I'm so with it. Sorry, not trying to put you off here, but come to England. Ring me.
Yeah, but this is the thing, though. It's just being honest.
It's being honest. But I do think in a situation like this, just reiterate my point. You do need to put money aside. You need to forget the money for a minute. What do you want? What would you prefer? Because if you want the big dress and you want, that's not viable in an Italy wedding. They're very different. It's like saying,
agree.
Do I have a small registry office wedding or do I have a big marquee wedding? Well, what would you prefer? What do you want?
Cheese.
Yeah, you need to, and especially if you're looking at 28,000 versus 20,000, that's not actually a huge saving in the grand scheme of things. If you were talking, the Italian wedding is going to cost me 10 grand, the UK wedding is going to cost me 60 grand, then maybe it comes into it, but it's not a huge. Cost difference.
The overall,
Yeah, what do you actually want to do? Do you want a wedding in Italy? Are your friends and family going to be able to come? Have you got a nan at home that's not going to be able to travel? So then she's not going to be able to come. These things are more important sometimes. I know money is a key factor, but sometimes things are more important than money.
But you could always wait a year. Save up and then have the wedding that you dream of if that's what you want.
I'd love you to write back in again to us and just let us know
what
you actually want to do. Forget the money. Put the money to one side. Yeah. What do you actually want to? What do you dream of? When you close your eyes and visualise your wedding, what's it like? Is it in Italy or is it in the UK?
Yeah. Where are you?
So there you go.
Cool. Well, that was really good. Thank you for that. That was amazing.
No worries.
That
was amazing.
That was amazing. Oh my God, I'm so in awe of you right now.
Just before we go, have you seen that Lily started the tour?
Yes. Did you see that she turned up wearing receipts? She was wearing the receipts of what he had spent on the other women.
No.
Things that he had bought them. She was like wrapped in them.
There's a lot more than in the song. Because I've seen so many posts of her in outfits and stuff, and she looks insane, and she looks like she does a lot of outfit changes, but I did not see the receipt one.
It's Lily Allen, guys, not my daughter Lily.
Lily Allen, yeah. And I was really gutted. I literally screamed when they said on the Brits they mentioned Lily Allen, so I thought that she was going to be performing, and then she wasn't even there. Which I get because she was touring. Her tour started.
I didn't watch the Brits this year, which is very unlike me. I normally watch it every year.
Basically, Olivia Dean won the Brits, so Lily Allen didn't win anything, so you didn't miss a lot. So yeah. There you go.
Well, guys, thank you so much for listening.
Thank you.
And you know where you can catch us. We are on Instagram, we're on TikTok. It's at letsgetyouwedpodcast. And you can also watch us on YouTube. We always put the link in the description when we upload the pod. And obviously, make sure you email us with your questions. It's letsgetyouwedpodcast@gmail.com.
And leave your 5-star reviews, guys.
Leave your 5